Spotify, the world's most popular music streaming platform, has never generated a single cent in earnings, with no profitable year in its history. The company has lost over $4 billion in total. Despite generating over $10 billion in revenue each year, Spotify has never made a profit, making it the only software company that consistently loses money. The company has disrupted the music industry and fundamentally changed the way people consume music. Despite the potential for a flood of revenues, Spotify has never made a profit. In this video, we'll look at the main reason why Spotify hasn't been making any money and the company's latest steps to fix the problem. Let's get started. Why Spotify loses money. Spotify's financials reveal high royalty fees for streaming music, with nearly 2/3 of every dollar made going to rights holders, leaving only 1/3 for the company to cover other costs like R&D, S and M, and G and A, as well as taxes. This leaves little room for profit. The real question is why Spotify pays right holders such a substantial portion of its revenue. The answer lies in the powerful oligopoly within the music industry, the Big Three, which holds a 70% share of the music recording industry and a 60% share of the music publishing industry. By helping artists promote and market their brand and music, these record labels own the music produced by these artists, which Spotify licenses to stream most of its users' music. Without these licenses, millions of songs would not be available for streaming, leading to competitors like Apple Music, Amazon Music, and YouTube Music charging users $10.99/month in the US. This gives the Big Three significant leverage over Spotify, resulting in Spotify paying nearly 70 cents of every dollar it makes. Spotify versus other streaming platforms. The music streaming industry is experiencing homogeneity, with major platforms offering the same content and pricing, making them unprofitable or making small profits. Tech giants like Apple, Google, and Amazon can use their services as loss leaders to make money off music streaming by bundling it with other services or promoting other products within their ecosystems. Apple's Apple One bundle includes services like iCloud, Apple TV, and Apple Arcade, making it cheaper than purchasing each service separately. Google's YouTube Premium bundle includes YouTube Music and its wide range of hardware devices, while Amazon's Amazon Prime bundle combines Amazon Music with Prime Delivery, Prime Video, Prime Gaming, and Prime Reading. Spotify, on the other hand, lacks the ability to monetize music streaming as a standalone product, and its collaborations with companies like Hulu, AT&T, and Samsung have made it less profitable. Spotify is not the Netflix of music. Spotify and Netflix are often mistaken for the same, but the difference lies in their content and industry. Netflix initially relied on licensing content from TV and movie studios, leading to high licensing fees. However, the introduction of Netflix originals in 2013 significantly decreased these fees, making up over 50% of its library in the US. In 2022, licensing fees as a proportion of streaming revenue dropped to just 24%, compared to 64% in 2012. Spotify could potentially own the rights to the music it streams, reducing royalty fees and potentially leading to substantial profits. However, record labels preempted this move, specifying terms in their licensing contracts with Spotify that prevented Spotify from owning content and competing with them. The key factor that differentiated Spotify from Netflix was the concentration of suppliers within their respective industries. The music recording industry is highly concentrated, with the Big Three record labels holding a 70% market share today. Spotify's expansion into podcasts. Spotify, despite its immense power, has been weakened by major record labels by diversifying streaming revenue away from the platform. This has led to a decrease in Spotify's share of all record labels' streaming revenue from 38% in Q4 2017 to 31% by Q2 2021. To generate meaningful profits, Spotify must expand beyond music streaming and launch a strategy of becoming a platform for all audio content, with podcasts being one of the key drivers. The main logic behind this strategy is that the costs of streaming podcasts are much lower than the costs of streaming music. Within the podcasting space, Spotify moves away from territory controlled by major music record labels and can negotiate better licensing fees. From a business perspective, a critical question regarding Spotify's podcasting strategy was whether podcasts would cannibalize its music business. If people switched from listening to music to listening to podcasts, Spotify's revenue would only increase at the expense of its music revenue decreasing. However, Spotify's financials have not shown this, with the first half of 2023 being even more unprofitable than the same period in 2022, suggesting that podcasts may have turned out to be less profitable than expected. The clock is ticking. Spotify, a music streaming platform, has been prioritizing growth over short-term profits for years, with CEO Daniel Ek stating that top-line growth is the most important metric for future success. However, bottom-line profits are what ultimately matter, as music streaming is unlikely to yield any profits as long as record labels remain an oligopoly and podcasting doesn't live up to expectations. Spotify will likely continue promoting growth to divert investors' attention away from the negative bottom line and buy time for the company to find better ways of monetizing its users. Without substantial changes leading to meaningful profits, it is only a matter of time before investors run out of patience and Spotify runs out of money, which may lead to a potential acquisition by big tech. In the meantime, Spotify may continue to engage in layoffs or price increases, but these will not significantly impact profitability. Price increases are determined by the industry as a whole, and Spotify can only raise prices when competitors do so. Spotify's recent price increase in July 2023 happened only after Apple, Amazon, and YouTube had all done the same thing. Spotify's profitability in mainstream media is often influenced by its freemium model, but breaking free from major record labels' stranglehold is crucial. If record labels continue to dominate 70% of Spotify's revenue, a more viable path is to diversify away from music. The dynamics between industry stakeholders can affect a company's ability to generate profits, even for tech giants like Spotify. This is it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. If so, then share your thoughts in the comments and also share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you can never miss our video.